Revelio.
You're back. And in one piece, no less. It is good to see you again.
Professor Rookwood told me about... happened at Rookwood Castle.
In light of the dire circumstances in which we find ourselves...
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep this second artifact safe, as you've advised.
Good. Are you ready to move on?
I'm ready for whatever comes next.
In that case, introductions are in order.
Allow me to introduce former Hogwarts.
How do you do? I've always believed Hogwarts students capable of anything they set their minds to.
Thank you, Professor. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
I am certain that you are more than capable of completing my trial.
We trust your judgment.
A vainglorious and... I shall confirm that everything...
Of course. Professor Fitzgerald needs some time to clear the way forward. If you learn more about Ranrock...
Very well, Professor. I know.
You do learn. Hopefully you will soon. Well done today.
Revelio.
Thank you for your persistence and...
Natty told me about your run-in with the poachers. I have some news about them as well. Can you meet me soon? I fear that some of what I uncovered has to do with you.
I have been asked to teach you the exploding charm, Bombarda. Once you have completed the tasks I set forth, speak to me after class.
I should dismount here.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's...
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. Did you know that they have orders from... Does this have anything to do with Rook?
It does, somewhat.
Fair enough. Does the name haunt out?
I'm afraid not.
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. I also overheard... The poacher spoke of this area, and I thought, if you ever meet my girl...
Not to worry, Poppy.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but I think she worries I'll do...
Whatever gave her that?
This way. gentle. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a dog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of these have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water. This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio. Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence.
I found goblin arm. Let's keep searching, but I don't have a good feeling about this.
Revelio.
How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
What I wouldn't give to be a demiguise right now.
You can feed a beast, or it can be killed. I prefer the latter. Someone's going to
Think of it. Months ago, I had
Revelio.
What?
You haven't got a prayer.
What have you done? You'd think they were guarding our minister for magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out. Revelio.
Revelio.
What in Merlin's name? Are those dragons? It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now. And the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking pets and spreading the word. Given how crowded it is here, how could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizardkind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being on you.
One foot in front of the next. Avelia, ask me.
Then I walk Victor was sinking straight above. Have you got family? Is either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
I say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, the violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside. Someone's here. Someone's been taken out of me.
Did you hear those goblins? Ram and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's pushing up quite the fight.
Not a fair woman. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's eat them, shall we? Look, they've got a dragon. Hebridean from the looks of it. Can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Warren. All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only require a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
That's a brilliant idea.
Careful! That robot is dragging its cat!
You're the one we're looking for, ain't you? You're afraid.
Stop right there. You've made a mistake. Avoiding our problem. Up for a minute going, are we?
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting room. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
We aren't helping ourselves, Stan.
You're right. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Revelio.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress in the term.
You're back. Nice to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see.
Revelio. Revelio. So this is the underground harbour. Revelio. 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 Perhaps the book Professor Weasley wants me to get is upstairs. Professor Weasley asked me to find...
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to...
Did she now?
Quiz.
Some. Hence, I have created... None of the other students will try it, no... Oh, they don't value knowledge.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few... Before the invention of the golden snitch...
The golden snidget.
Correct! The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269, which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck.
Felix Felicis.
Well done! The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
Horcruxes.
According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of three hoops, true or false, Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change speed.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as well, I suppose this has gone... If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, and I won't be giving you any more
I don't have time for...
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio left me quick work. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since...
Revelio.
pleasure.
I heard Professor Elliot transfigured the book with all her test starts. Stop students from cheating.
Beautiful.
Goodness. Settle down. Settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done. Class is dismissed. And remember, now... Ease off your studying. OWL is going to be here before you know it.
Revelio. You wanted to discuss my progress so far.
I did. You seem to... And frankly...
Thank you, Professor.
As I suspected they would be. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure. I've heard that you can... Hopefully you won't need it anytime soon.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumours of your... Was your visit to the kitchen?
Not at all.
I see. It'll be the end of the year. I'll provide a final... Until then...
Revelio.
If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available. Glad to see you were paying close attention to my demonstration.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Maybe...
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember Arnold mentioning something about gobbledygook. could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Revelio. I'll look after you. Revelio. A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time. Revelio. Assignment's all finished. Revelio. Hello, I don't...
Pleased to meet. Shall we begin?
Perhaps another time. Revelio.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed.
Can't say I'm terribly fond of all the dung in this class.
Aloha.
I take it you're ready to complete? Good. Now, the exploding charm, as you might suspect.
I will, Professor.
Now, you must be nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it into... Shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins. Excellent one. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in.
Revelio.
Is it possible to become an aura and not excel in potions?
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do
I did. I mean, I do.
It is. His name. He's waiting for me near a goblin.
Of course. How?
I think he simply wants to show me something that...
Good to hear. Good.
Lodgok is waiting.
Of course. I just...
Bombarda! Revelio.
Confringo! You call that spellcasting? Tego, Confringo! You're making this too easy. Impressed?
Not quite. I've enjoyed watching.
Revelio. Revelio. Could it be a Merlin trial? A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting.
Of course. Unfortunately, because he knew the details.
How else did he expect?
I'm afraid we do not have the luck. Damn Bragbor and his blood.
Bragbor?
And not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect. They described repositories.
What do you mean?
Large, magically full. Ranrock recruited others to help. We were to search anywhere that was connected to fire.
Rookwood Castle. Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about... For centuries, wizards have refused to share them. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives. Ranrock was convinced that the repository is determined.
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue.
Greetings, Rodcock.
You speak goblin.
Oh, but...
Enough.
I am, well, yeah.
Pronunciation is not the issue.
I can.
Just Lodgok.
What written plans?
We need some idea of what Ren, and I'm unable to join. All you need to do is not be.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Revelio.
see. Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this list. Impressive precision for so simple a device.
But then, impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe we're inside a I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
One less human to worry about.
Amit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
Marathon till Ragnarok says.
That was a little more than I'm used to. Revelio, I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic. They're building something. How? Curious. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
worry about. I will make
Revelio.
Fascinating to see goblins goblin. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Feels like I've been at this for hours. Little moon calf. It is true. That's enough. You are but the one in the inevitable. Get away!
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This is more complex than I had expected.
Revelio.
I'll be quiet. Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for this.
Revelio. Revelio. Repair. Revelio. Revelio.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now.
Confringo. Revelio.
Don't wish to be seen, do we?
Kill spells. Rather otherwise coming back this way.
That should be the last of them I'll meet.
Clever. This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
Revelio. Revelio.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Revelio. Revelio. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio.
Can we...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was.
Thank you, Amit.
Understood? Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write... Without further ado, at you.
Revelio.
They're building enormous drills.
I fear you are correct.
I've been wondering about...
Yes? I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who'd set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Larkog, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
You're back. Nice to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.